Hello everyone, this is Mr. Darius, your business teacher, and today's business spill is about the operational plan and how this tool can help the operational manager to run a successful business and make sure that he or she keeps the business clients very happy. What is an operational plan? First of all, we will make a quick recap based on what we discussed in our previous video about the operational manager. So what is an operational manager? So an operational manager is someone responsible with transforming input into output at a specific quantity, at a specific quality, yes, and within a certain time frame. So how he or she does this is usually based on what we're discussing today, known as the operational plan. Now, the operational plan must be seen as a work plan. And it includes everything that a business requires in order to function properly, but not only properly, most importantly, to function efficiently. Okay? And you can think here of building, of location, of supplies, of inventories, production processes, machinery. So basically, you should think of it as a work plan that will help us transform our input into an output that actually satisfies the existing demand. Now, I know it sounds really easy, and if this would be the case, everybody should know how to run an operational plan, but it does look easy, but in reality, it's not. And first of all, because the vast majority of operations managers forget to focus their operational plan on two key terms. First one would be operational flexibility. And the second one would be process innovation. Okay, and I'm going to explain what each means so that we better understand why they are crucial to be the focus point of an operational plan. So operational flexibility means that my company has the capacity to adapt its production volume and product portfolio in a way that it's actually able to meet unforeseen demand, to meet tastes that are changing, to meet clients that actually have different needs. Now, operational flexibility takes in consideration the fact that the entire production process should be able to change and adapt according to what? To tastes, to trends, to fashion, and to spending patterns. The consumer is someone that you don't know, trust me. You know him or her for now or for tomorrow, but they change a lot. They change every day. They change their taste, they change their trend, they're influenced by their friends, and they change their spending patterns. They earn more money, they want to buy new things. So how can we make sure that our business has operational flexibility? And to give an example, if we are building or if we are producing loaves of bread and the market asks for bagels, what do we do then? How do we adapt our business in order to produce bagels? Because this is what is trendy right now and this is what consumers want. So in other words, if you don't have operational flexibility, it will be very hard for you to exist on that market. Usually, in order to have operational flexibility, so not to be very sweaty as an operational manager, you should focus in the following directions. First one could be production capacity. Try to increase it, okay? Maybe in an area of your building, bring in new machinery. Try to make sure that although you're selling 1,000 bagels this month, if next month there is an increase of 50%, you're able to put up with it. You're able to face it. So you're able to rise to the challenge. The second one would be prepare your staff. Okay, now that you have the the opportunity, but your staff isn't trained to do bagels, it can only do loaves of bread, you're gonna be missing that opportunity for sure. Now, the next one would be to have flexible equipment. What do I mean by flexible equipment? In the same oven that you're producing the loaves of bread, you should be able to produce pizzas, croissants, baguettes, breads, and bagels. Make sure that the temperature can be adjusted and so on and so forth, so that you have this flexibility in order to meet what is about to happen in the near future. Okay? And last but not least would be stocks. And I'm gonna put here an exclamation mark because this is valid just for some businesses. Okay, if you're in a business that has perishable goods, then stocks might not be the solution. Once we bottle our Coca-Cola, it can sit in the shelf in our deposit for 1 year. But if we're dealing with, I don't know, with tomatoes, we might not have this possibility to stock up in the winter so that we can face the booming demand in the summer. So this is applicable for only some businesses. Keep in mind, operational flexibility means that if you're now producing Coca-Cola, you're gonna be able to switch and produce Heineken if beer is what's required out there on the market. And if right now you're making cupcakes, you should be able to make pretzels, for example, if that's what the market is actually demanding. Now we switch to the second main concept that our operational plan should be built around, which is process innovation. And process innovation has to do with new and improved. These are keywords. New and improved what? Production and delivery methods. How do I make my product of better quality, faster, of a greater design, at a better price, and I deliver it quicker to my client? How do I do this? Through process innovation. How do I reach there? Well, that's a different question that we're actually going to discuss further. Now, let's say we have our operational plan. It's very nicely built as a work plan. It takes in consideration the concept of operational flexibility, of process innovation. Okay, what now? Now we're about to discuss factors that influence our operational plan and are beyond our control and actually are pretty much responsible for the success or failure of our working plan. So who can influence this, or what can influence this? Okay, factors that actually influence. Number one is marketing. By the way, this is not a hierarchy. All of these factors that can actually influence our operational plan are equally ranked. So this is just the order that I prefer. So number one would be marketing. Why marketing? Because if there isn't a tight link and a transparent link and a reliable link between the operational manager and the marketing manager, then we might not know exactly what sales forecast are we relying our production volumes on. We might not have a marketing plan that is anchored in the reality out there on the market, and we might be advertising our product in a bad moment, at a bad price, in a bad location, and we might end up with stocks. So you could have products that you've built, that you've made, but are sitting in your deposit on those shelves, and no one is buying them because they're not actually suitable for the need or the demand out there. And if we do not know to whom we are actually selling them in terms of age, gender, income, so on and so forth, so a customer profile, then it will be extremely hard for us to actually achieve operational flexibility. There's no way I can prepare my business for a changing trend or unforeseen demand if I don't actually know what's happening out there on that market and I don't actually know who my client is. The second one has to do with resources. Okay? And by resources, you can dream a lot as an operational manager and you can build an amazing operational plan, but without the necessary resources, you will not be able to transform input into output in a way that will satisfy the demand at the targets that you have set for yourself initially. And are you in an area that allows you to implement technology and you have trained people that you can employ so that you become capital intensive? Or are you in an area in which there is an abundance of labor and it's cheap and it's available? So are you going to become labor intensive? Because these questions will actually help you draw a better sketch of how your work plan will actually look. And number 3 would be technology. Technology, but don't think over here only in terms of labor intensive and capital intensive, that type of technology. We have to think further. So why further? Because we have to think of special software and hardware that will enable us to take our business to the next level. And we speak here of computer-aided design software, of computer-aided manufacturing, and computer-integrated manufacturing. And all these are, you should see them as a combination of hardware and software that enables you to design better your product, to make it at the proper weight, the proper color, the proper quality before it's even actually produced, to be able to visualize it, to think how you will sell it, how you will advertise it, to have machinery which is programmed to do the work that people used to do and do it in high quantities with absolutely maybe no level of waste and with very few flaws within that process. So technology is a key factor that can influence the way or the outcome of my working plan. So this being said, as a quick recap, the operational manager has a strategy that is translated into the operational plan that focus or should focus around key concepts such as operational flexibility and process innovation, but should also take in consideration that making things in a better and improved way at a bigger volume and more diversified can be influenced by factors such as a poor marketing department, a lack of resource, or a lack of access to the proper technology. This being said, I want to thank you for watching this video. And don't forget, if you have any business queries, just drop me a line and I'll help you pull it through. Thank you.